From Creamer Media in Johannesburg, this is the Real Economy Report. Lifting and access solutions provider Concord Access Solutions, or CAS, has opened a new manufacturing facility in Kempton Park as part of its after-sales support and product offering across Southern Africa. Darren Parker tells us more.
The new CAS remanufacturing facility, dubbed the Reman facility, restores a range of mobile access machines and lifting equipment, including boom lifts, scissor lifts, cherry pickers, light towers, telehandlers, spider cranes, and Terex cranes, to like-new condition.
The refurbishment centre is not just a cost-effective decision. Refurbishment centre, I think, in today's time starts becoming it's almost part of everybody's decision making who owns a fleet of any type of machine. Generally on a rental fleet you can't just own new equipment, the rental rates wouldn't cover it. So you kind of need old machines, new machines and refurb machines in between there. So this is the whole idea of the refurbishment centre, to try and give end user customers more options in terms of buying and old machines.
Through precision disassembly, inspection, reconditioning and testing, including non-destructive testing, the new CAS facility enables the company to rebuild machines to meet and exceed original specifications, giving equipment a second life at about 60% of the cost of buying new machinery.
I guess refurbishment has always been going on. I've been in the technical game now for almost 30 years, and truth is I was doing refurbishments right back then, just not on a bigger scale as it is today. If you talk to most OEMs right now, they're all doing refurbishment programs, whether it be remining components, whether it be remining vehicles, whether it be remining machines. I think it's a sign of the times today to prolong fleets, to make fleets last longer, give customers some more options rather than just purchasing new machines, or instead of scrapping a unit, refurb the unit. The idea is to try and refurb that unit at around 60% of new. Of course, if it's around 60% of new, it kind of gives you a positive business case. When you start going higher than 60-65%, you've got to start asking the questions whether it would be better to take a new unit with warranty, etc., etc. This property here belonged to a sister company, Gosco Lift Truck, so it kind of makes sense for us to take this property over, which we have done. But plus it's in Gauteng, so most of your distribution centres, your parts, your engineering shops, everything is within Gauteng. We have extended our Reman offering to Cape Town, so we've based a small crew of technicians into Cape Town, which will be starting next month, purely because of the cost of transporting machines from Cape Town to here is just astronomical. But that'll be a small sub of this branch. But mainly here, I think it makes sense in Joburg. This is where all the parts are kept. This is where all the parts come to. Engineering shops are in abundance here. It makes sense to have it here in Gauteng.
At the launch of the Reman facility, CAS also announced the local launch of the Terex Frana range of pick and carry cranes.
So in terms of the Terex Frana product, we believe it could be a bit of a game changer in our industry. Pick and carry is done in South Africa as well as Africa. It's kind of common knowledge that a pick and carry machine picks a load and moves a load and places a load where you need it, where you don't have to do second loading, third loading onto a truck, onto something else to move it. So it's the launch of the Frana.
CAS has also introduced a new parts distribution center, or PDC, to support faster access to genuine parts, improved stock availability, and reduced downtime for customers across Southern Africa.
In terms of the PDC, it's brought about efficiencies in terms of keeping the right stock, putting the parts in the right places across South Africa, and of course at the end of the day making sure that machines' uptime is the best of our ability by keeping the right stock at the right time.
The new facility will also feature a training academy.
So the training academy is still a fairly new idea. The training academy should be up and running by the end of the year. We're mainly focusing on operator training, which would range from forklifts, access machines, mobile cranes, and then also technical training. So obviously being an OEM dealer, we have to remain, our own teams have to remain up to date with the latest OEM products. So we have a lot of online training, but it also becomes to a point where you're selling to end user, we must be able to train our end users as well. So that will be the technical training that will happen there. So the two main things would be technical training and operator training that would happen there. More than likely it will start off with two trainers, a technical trainer and an operator trainer. and hopefully we would love to see it grow to a number of more trainers.
Indian rough diamond cutting and polishing company Finestar last month unveiled a new facility in the Gauteng Industrial Development Zone near O Tambo International Airport, which expands its operational footprint in the Southern African Development Community. Marlene Arnoldi attended the opening.
Finestar's latest cutting and polishing facility complements other facilities in the United Arab Emirates, Belgium, Hong Kong, Japan, the US, Namibia, Botswana, and India. The 3 million rand facility employs 46 people, of which 29 are South Africans that have been trained to cut and polish diamonds to world-class standards. Finestar specializes in polishing diamonds ranging from 1 carat to more than 30 carats in weight, in all colors and clarity. The company sells diamonds to more than 80,000 customers globally. Commenting on the facility's opening, Mineral and Petroleum Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe lauded the company for supporting local beneficiation capacity, which he believes is central to job creation and the sector's growth.
It's about beneficiation. We use that term. The meaning of beneficiation is value addition. So we've been taken through the factory. We saw various aspects of it, cutting and polishing of diamonds. And therefore, it is cutting this thing of pit to pot, where you mine and export raw commodities. Value is added here, therefore you retain jobs and you retain profits. That is the most important thing about it.
The investment is significant given the difficulties that the global diamond industry is facing, including heightened competition from lab-grown diamonds, financing constraints, declining exploration, and fluctuations in production. As a supplier of rough diamonds to Finestar and other diamond cutting and polishing companies, State Diamond Trader CEO Noziphiwe Mzamo elaborates on the current operational context for these companies.
The diamond industry for the past 2 years has been through a lot of enormous pressure, specifically issues of geopolitics that are happening in Ukraine. So that has impacted the performance of diamond industry. Then also the supply of diamonds. There's been a low demand since COVID, specifically from countries like China. China has not really recovered in terms of their economy. So that has affected the sales of diamonds. And to add to all this pain, the issue of tariffs they have added. This company is originally from India that is now coming here to South Africa. They are charged 50% tariffs by US and we are at 30%. So all these multiple challenges, they have affected the diamond demand and also the diamond prices. Things have been really on the downturn. But there is a company coming here to invest. It means that then when the diamond industry picks up, we'll be ready to make sure that we're cutting and polishing, but we continuously supply them with diamonds.
Finestar is committed to creating positive social impact, including through training and upskilling of women and community development initiatives. This while the group also has initiatives in place to reduce energy and water consumption, as well as carbon emissions. The company uses blockchain traceability technology to provide assurance of its responsibly sourced rough diamond supply. Finestar South Africa CEO Prince Mbetse is confident that the company can weather the current challenges and that the market will recover, particularly through strategic marketing and advertisement. He tells us more about market recovery and the company's upskilling efforts for people to use high-tech machinery.
Look, these are challenges, yes, but the industry has proven over the years to be very resilient. It has gone up, it has gone down. Even the issue of tariffs today, it's not like the same administration is going to remain in the US forever. And of course, our government is also engaging at bilateral level with the American government to try and see how best these kind of issues can be addressed. Other challenges have been there long term. What is needed is for things such as the generic advertisement of diamond to be brought back. You know, there was a time when even the concept of diamonds are forever, that was a slogan that was developed by DBS aimed at capturing the heights and minds of the public so that they see the diamond as an enduring sign of love. And I think that there is currently an initiative to ensure that African diamonds are being advertised, for example. Some decisions were taken in Luanda, in Angola, to address precisely this kind of lack of advertisement. So there are initiatives that industry collectively is taking to try and address this matter. It won't be easy, but yeah, there are initiatives that are being taken. South Africa has been suffering from a shortage of skill for historical reasons, because since around 1976, 1978, when the industry started to take non-white people into the industry, they changed the system and only offered semi-skill to the South African workforce, and that has not changed until today. So there was an attempt to try and address this by having the Harriet Oppenheimer Diamond School to try and teach people how to cut and polish, but it takes many years to be a skilled polisher, and that program is only 6 months. So it's mostly those who are alumni of that institution are basically coming to factories, and they are trained in the factories as if it's for the first time. So this kind of technology that is brought in here, for instance, is such that we would otherwise not have access if companies like Feinstein have not brought it. So its presence gives an opportunity to locals to be introduced to this technology and to have that skill of using this machinery transferred to them. Thereby contributing to better skills base in the country, which is something that the country really needs, especially from India, which is the world's largest cutting center. So yeah, indeed, skills transfer is one of our priorities. And as you have seen when we're doing a tour of the factory, people who had never seen the kind of machinery that we have, they've never experienced the kind of technology that we have, now they're able to use it in real time. So it is something that we are proud of.
That's Creamer Media's Real Economy Report. Join us again next week for more news and insights into South Africa's real economy. And don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Engineering News daily email newsletter.